Hello and welcome to the Bot Box. Any alien fans watching? Well, don't put your hands up, I can't see you. But if you found the video by accident or you went looking for it, I can promise you one thing. I can only give you precisely one Alien reference. I've never seen Alien or its however many sequels and prequel ever. Horror is mostly not my genre. Anyway, Xenomorph, the second robot to be linked to Alien, there was another one, and named for the titular alien. It was a dull grey bot that had a spinner on an arm at the front end and a wedge at the rear end with all kinds of xenomorphy decorations on. It was also invertible, having two large wheels, kind of like an Axelbot vibe to it. Its team said in the weakness thing that the bot had no weaknesses and the team knew no fear. The Xenomorph made its debut in Series 7 of Robot Wars, landing in Heat O, where they drew horizontal-ish spinner disconstructor, the spinner was an angle, Axbot Flipper INO 2.1, what's wrong with going to 3? And Flipper Hammerbot Hammerhead 2. The Xenomorph was out of focus at first, but it then hit Hammerhead 2. INO 2.1 then flipped Hammerhead 2 onto Xenomorph, which basically made Xenomorph a target, a sitting target, because the weight of Hammerhead 2 was preventing Xenomorph from being able to move properly. Disconstructor gladly took the chance to hit the sitting target that was Xenomorph, before Xenomorph eventually got free. Whilst doing so, or once it was free, it got hit by Disconstructor again and went after INO 2.1 as Hammerhead 2 was actually in quite a bit of a hole. It was in danger of possibly getting sniffed at by the ref spot and subsequently counted out because it just wasn't moving too well, if at all. Whilst the Xenomorph was getting hit, Disconstructor opened the pit, and Xenomorph went for Hammerhead 2, not to attack it though, but to try and rescue it. And as Xenomorph was rescuing Hammerhead 2, Disconstructor pitted itself. Nobody's going to hear you scream from there, Disconstructor. You can howl all you like about it being a stupid decision, no one can hear you, and also you're out. Anyway, Xenomorph attacked INO 2.1 only to get targeted by both Hammerhead 2 and INO 2.1, though more so INO 2.1, and INO's target was everyone that wasn't INO 2.1. Xenomorph was also moving pretty slowly at that point, possibly having Hammerhead 2 land on it did quite a bit of internal damage. Xenomorph was barely alive, and its cause was not helped by INO 2.1 coming along and axing it. So Kilowatt then rocked up and went after Xenomorph. Great. Bad enough that it had two regular sized robots, or regular sized heavyweight robots going after it. It then has one of the biggest house robots in the series go after it. What chance did Xenomorph stand? Anyway, INO 2.1 tried and failed to flip the Kilowatt, but that rescued Xenomorph. INO 2.1 followed this up by axing Sakai, and 2 red LEDs fell out. Oh dear. Anyway, Xenomorph was on the wrong end of an INO 2.1 attack. As time ran out and the judges were called in, they ruled against Xenomorph. Hammerhead 2 and INO 2.1 got through. Xenomorph, with a slight redesign, could have actually been a pretty good early Hammersaw bot with an interesting aesthetic to it. However, it wasn't. And Hammersaws never really much of a thing in Robot Wars. It did do a very good job of bringing something's grunge-bot vibe to Series 7. However, aesthetics do not win you fights. Something didn't win that many fights either. It stood no chance in the judges' decision, not because of the whole aesthetics not winning battles thing, but because it was just getting attacked by everyone. And when you're on the wrong end of everyone's attacks, that's gonna not give you a high damage score. Everyone else gets a nice good damage score. Well, except for the Disconstructor, which was not in the judge's decision, it was in the pit. But if you're taking a whole load of attacks, you're not causing damage or anything, you're just making sure everyone has a nice damage point total. And therefore, you most likely going out. Anyway. Who's next? Gonna give the box a good shake. Anything next. Razor is still in this box. Tornado is still there. Heck. Pussycat's still in there. And that'd be a long one when that comes around. There's a couple I'm worried about getting next week. Let's see if Taki's with us this time. Possibly. BattleBots fans, unite! We have got kilohertz. And more stories of dragging into the pit. Until next week, Callison244, out.